as we're fighting. I'm holding my son, and my wife and I are just spewing venom at one another. And finally, he breaks down and starts crying. And in that moment, I realized we need help. It took my son falling apart to say we needed help. Hey, this is Louis with MarriageMatters.life, and I just want to tell you a really quick story. And when I met my wife, I decided this was the person I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. And 5 years later, we were married, and we had bought a house. Wanted the American dream, the white picket fence, the house, and whatnot. And we began fulfilling that, but we started fighting a lot. And I found that we couldn't get past our arguments. But we figured just right around the horizon, it'll get better. And we continued on our life. We kept fighting, and then finally, after like a lot of fighting, I didn't realize how bad it got. And the moment that I realized how bad it got was I was holding my son, and she and I were fighting, and my side I could see him, and he's looking back and forth at us as we're fighting. I'm holding my son, and my wife and I are just spewing venom at one another. And finally, he breaks down and starts crying. And in that moment, I realized we need help. It took my son falling apart to say we needed help. And I got to tell you, I've been there. I've had that pain. And all I can tell you is there's hope. I've figured out some tools that work. Went back to school, got my degree, and I read everything I could on successful relationships and how to make it work. And I started implementing them in my own house. And I can tell you that I figured out some tools. And I can tell you that the biggest problem for people is that they don't take their relationship seriously. They don't take the problem seriously. They're not 100% committed. They fall back to just kind of doing it half-assed. And last is they're not willing to invest the time. They want immediate results. And it just takes some time to heal. I'll tell you what does work. It works if you're committed, if you're serious. If you're serious about making your relationship work, if you're serious about making your marriage work, then this is for you. If you want to be 100% all in, this is for you. If you don't want to end up like your parents, this is for you. Give me a call. I'm happy to help.